Dim Lights and Stiff Drinks, the dive bars of Seattle, is proud to be sponsored by the Stedman Group.
The Stedman Group is a local independent business that owns and operates Targey's Tavern, profiled here in Season 1, Episode 9, The Pogie, Season 2, Episode 12, the Duval Tavern in Duval, and Larry's Tavern in West Seattle.
All of us here at the podcast are pretty tough critics when it comes to how the local dive bars are being run, and we have always been extremely impressed with all the dive bars owned by the Stedmans. This is because all drinking establishments, especially those that have been around for a while, each have their own unique character and charm, and it's obvious when you walk into a Stedman's bar that you are devoted to maintaining that tradition. And for that, we raise our glasses and cheers.
The Stedman Group, committed to preserving the legacy of dive bars throughout the Puget Sound region.
Hello, and welcome to the big show. This is Dim Lights and Stiff Drinks, the dive bars of Seattle. We're setting out to document those bars that have a seedy backstory and interesting history behind them. But we're not just talking about these places in the quiet confines of some home studio somewhere. No, I think you can hear all the background noise. We are actually visiting these places and recording each episode live on location. In this podcast, we visit the places where bad decisions and future regrets are made, so you don't have to. Joining us, as always, is our producer extraordinaire, Bob Trombley. How are you doing, Bob?
Hey now, doing great. Glad to be here.
Well, my name is Brad Holden, and I am usually here with my two co-hosts, but one of them decided to take a vacation, so we're down a mountain. Yeah,
J-Dog.
Wherever you are, Jeremy, this one's for you.
What's his name this week? MC MIA.
MIA, there you go. There you go. Yeah, one of my co-hosts is here, Lou Dog. And how are you doing, Lou?
I'm doing fantastic. I always love when we get to do a bar that I can walk to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you walk here tonight?
I did not. I came at the last minute, so I was scrambled.
So you scrambled?
But nonetheless, we can do Jeremy's segment real quick. When we drinking?
Yep.
We're drinking for free because we are guests this week.
That's right. And we'll get into that. Well, we are here tonight at Murphy's Pub in the historic Wallingford neighborhood, which is the oldest and one of the longest-running Irish bars in Seattle. And we're going to get into all that. So tonight's event, it's a prohibition-themed event, so most everyone here tonight is dressed up to the nines in their finest 1920s clothes, including the three of us. So this is a really fun event. They have jazz bands playing, they have an auction going, and it's all for a fundraising event for historic Wallingford. And one of the people from historic Wallingford here tonight, Tyson Batty, is here. And Tyson, go ahead and say hello to all the listeners out there.
Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Tyson Beatty, and I am a board member of the Historic Wallingford organization. We put this together and invited Brad, and I'm really happy that you guys came here.
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you
so
Tyson.
much. And at the end of the episode, we're going to talk to you a little bit more about what historic Wallingford is all about and like what your mission is and all that and how people can become involved and where they can go. As far as where we're at, so as I mentioned, we're at Murphy's Pub, who graciously agreed to host tonight's event. And we've been talking about visiting this place for a while and then got invited to participate in tonight's party. So here we are. And with that, let's dive into the history of this place. Murphy's Pub first opened in 1981 and was originally located across the street. 1981. It's the oldest one. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say 1881.
No. 81, baby. Yep. They were originally located across the street from the Guild 45th, so just a half a block east from here. It was the original location. So it was home to Seattle's first official Seattle St. Patrick's Day party, and was also the first bar in the city to offer microbrews on tap. Although nobody really calls them microbrews anymore. You notice that? Now it's craft beer.
Yeah,
or it's just beer. But you don't hear
Yeah.
microbrew anymore like you used to.
That's a long-lost terminology.
Look at a row of tap handles.
Yeah.
There's 8 microbrews, and then there's
It's no longer the micro.
Yeah. So it's kind of
a couple bones for the sports bar crowd.
But back when they were microbrews, you know, this was one of the first places to start serving them on tap.
Nice.
So yeah, they were the first ones to begin pouring the tasty stuff, leading to one of the early mottos, Seattle's best pint. For many years in the 1980s, its stage was host to the nationally syndicated Sandy Bradley's Potluck, which was like the Prairie Home Companion of Seattle. Did you guys ever listen to that? It was like that, but it was. It went for close to a decade. I think it went through most of the 1980s. I seem to remember it vaguely. I don't know if I tuned in or if it was just on my peripheral, radar, but I seem to remember it. Yeah, like a lot of music and stuff like that, a lot of folksy music and performers, and yeah, very Prairie Home Companion. Yeah, right. In 1991, their landlord refused to renew their lease as a new coffee franchise known as Starbucks had reportedly offered to pay them a higher price. So Murphy's Pub was forced to move, which is when they moved here to their current location where we're at now. And again, that was in 1991. Prior to them moving in, this was the site of a Radio Shack that had been here since 1976.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Radio Shack.
It's weird to picture a Radio Shack here because they've transformed the place so much into, the Irish pub that we see before us, including all the windows, stained glass. So it just kind of speaks to how much they actually did renovate this place. Yeah, probably. Some old wire in the back. Since 2015, Murphy's Pub has been co-owned by Eamon Davey, who's originally from Belfast. I spoke to him a little bit, and Shelley Bazel. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. They've been owned by these two guys since 2015, but about a year ago, it came out that the landlord had put this building up for sale, including Murphy's that we're sitting in right now.
Yes, there's 3 stalls, there's Murphy's, there's
A
restaurant, and a
rug store. It's one of those rug stores, that's perpetually out of business. So, panic set in, of course, because everyone was worried they're going to sell it to a developer who's going to, tear the place down and put condos up. That's the conventional wisdom. So Murphy's Pub talked to the guy, and they kind of begged and pleaded, and the guy agreed that he would sell them the parcel that Murphy's Pub sells on, I think for like $3.5 million. $2.5 million? Well, that was what was reported in the papers. Maybe it was less. It was 2? Okay. I'm assuming that's how these deals always go, right? You hear one price, but the real price is something else. Probably one of those. Anyway, so once they established that, they set about fundraising, a GoFundMe account to hopefully raise money. They realized they're not going to be able to raise $3.5 million or $2 million or whatever it is. Yeah, well, I think they're... Well, I think what they're hoping to do is they're hoping to find an investor who shares their values and can give them a long-term lease. So that's what the money's kind of intending to go towards. So if you want to donate money towards Murphy's Pub to help keep them open, they have a GoFundMe on their website, on all their social media sites. And the deal is, if the money will be applied to the selling price, and if a buyer can't be found, then the money gets refunded.
Okay.
So it's a good deal. It's a safe bet. Yeah, exactly. So, if you've been here, this is a really cool place. We would hate to see them close, so consider donating to Murphy's Pub. And again, you can do that at their website, Murphy's Pub. If you just Google Murphy's Pub, their website pops up, or any of their social media has links to that fundraiser. But yeah, so in addition to a terrific tap and an impressive lineup of Irish whiskeys, Murphy's also has an amazing menu with everything you would expect to find in an Irish pub. Irish breakfast, Scotch eggs, bangers and mass, and shepherd's pie. Food looks tasty. The drinks flow freely here, so if you've never been here before, come check out Murphy's Pub. It's a great place.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Yeah. I'm sure this place is just insane on St. Patty's Day. This is one of those places that probably is just...
Sometimes you don't know it's St. Patty's Day because it's not like Christmas is coming and a couple weeks in advance.
Right.
I'll be driving down the street and it's like, why is there a line on the block?
Yeah.
It has to be this and
5 o'clock when I'm coming in from work.
Yeah.
Murphy's and Kells. That's like the two.
Definitely Kells. Yeah, definitely Kells. Well, so let's go back to Historic Wallingford, because again, Historic Wallingford is the group that put on tonight's event. Tyson Beatty is here. You guys did an amazing job putting this together. Everyone's dudded up in, their finest 20s clothes. We got music. You guys got a live